One way to get out of a depression is to talk about it. So let's talk about it.
Trying to forget all of the messages, trying to forget all of the stressing, cause damn it was. Trying to forget all of the secondary feelings I had, man, it was fucking scary. Trying to get back to all my old ways, trying to get back to all the hobbies from my old days. Trying to forget all the unnecessary thoughts from my head, man, it was pretty scary. At least I learned a thing or two about me and you, what we went through.
Disclaimer, I am not a professional. However, I do have a bachelor's degree in human development and family studies with a concentration in youth development, and I have experience with regular depression and postpartum depression. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out there. I do not have my master's yet. I do not have my doctorates. And I am not working in my field. But this information is from what I've learned in college and my experience. Okay? So now let's go ahead and get into the video. So first we're going to define postpartum depression. Okay? And I got my notes, because this topic required me to have some notes. Both my notebooks. So, postpartum depression is defined as a medical condition that occurs in most moms and dads within the first year of a birth of their child, a birth of a child. The change of hormones during the pregnancy or during your birth is what causes this medical condition. So, like I said, it's in moms and some dads. So moms get it and dads get it as well. So dads, fathers, don't think that you cannot get postpartum depression, because you can. Okay? So now let's talk about the symptoms. Now the symptoms, they vary from person to person, and they vary from mild to medium to severe. So cases are different. Some cases, you may have mild symptoms. Some cases may have medium symptoms. And some cases may have severe symptoms to where they feel like they want to hurt themselves or their child. Okay? And there is help out there. So just letting you guys know that. Alright, so symptoms, and these are just a few to name. There are so many symptoms. I may put some more on the screen while I'm editing this video, but here are the symptoms I have so far. I had some of these and I didn't have some. Okay, low mood, depression, crying spell, concerns about their sleep, staying in bed, anxiety, constantly thinking about your baby may be hurt. That was definitely me. Withdrawing from your family and your friends, reduced interest and pleasure in activities you used to enjoy, difficult bonding with your baby, loss of appetite, gain of appetite. But these are just some of the symptoms that I have down here for you guys. But I will have some resources for you guys at the end of the video, or link down in the description box, so you guys can go and look at more information about this. Okay, so postpartum depression affects 1 out of 7 women. Sometimes, mainly it's new mothers, but women who have miscarriage, they can have postpartum depression too. I didn't know that at first until I was researching, and because I found my old notes from class and I was researching and stuff, so I did find that out. So most of the time it's in new mothers, but it can be in any mothers. And so I've defined postpartum depression. I've given you guys the symptoms. So now we're going to talk about my story. We're going to talk about my postpartum depression. Okay, so alright, so it was my my senior year in college. I was wrapping it up. It was my last couple of months of school. I was trying to figure out, I was really trying to get through school. I was trying to get through my last semester, my last couple of months, finishing up last minute assignments, or like the rest of my assignments for the semester, so I can graduate, so I can get up out of there, because it took me 5 years. And so I really didn't know exactly what I wanted to do in my major. So I was kind of, I'm not going to say I was depressed then. I just felt a certain type of way then, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So, during this summer, I wrapped my classes up in May. I walked in May. I walked the stage in May, and then I came back during that summer and finished my internship. So I did my internship. It was in my major. It was in the city I'm from, West Point, Mississippi, because I was going to Mississippi State, which is in Starkville, Mississippi. So I moved back to West Point when I started doing my internship. So I really was just trying to figure out, what do you want to do, like, after this internship? Because the internship wasn't even paid. So I had to move from my apartment in Starkville to back over here with my mom in West Point. So I think I got a little depressed then. So like I said, one of the symptoms of postpartum depression is depression. So if I already had depression before I found out I was pregnant, then it's a high chance that I was going to have postpartum depression as well. So, okay, during my internship, that's when I found out I was pregnant. And after I found out I was pregnant, I was like, okay, so but I still don't know what I want to do yet. So how can I bring a child into this world just like this? Like, I don't have a job lined up yet. I did not know what I was going to do after this internship. All I knew was the internship was not paid, and I still had to work and get some money. So I was still working at night. Like, I do my internship during the day, 8 to 4, 8 to 5, and then I go work at night. Found out I was pregnant. So I didn't have the best first pregnancy. I want to put it like that. I didn't have the best. At first, I didn't have the support system that I wish I would have had when I found out. Like, I got my support system towards, the middle of my pregnancy, the end of my pregnancy. But I didn't have a good first pregnancy. Like, it's just, I was depressed. I was sad. Everybody around me wasn't making it no better. It's like people was making it worse. I didn't know. I don't know. I was already doing my internship, didn't know what I wanted to do. How was I going to bring a child into this world not knowing what you finna do, not having your head on straight? Because I already had my head on straight before I graduated. I just didn't know. I was handling stuff one thing at a time. And here I am, pregnant with a baby and not knowing what to do. Like, my first pregnancy wasn't that good. It wasn't the fairy tale pregnancy that I expected. So, I mean, I guess just me not being happy before my pregnancy or during my pregnancy too, like that led to my postpartum depression, which is after delivery, after the birth. That's when after she was born, like it got really bad. Oh, my moods. Oh, no. You did not want to be around me. Like, I wasn't happy. And I couldn't figure out what it was. I'll tell y'all some of the symptoms I had. I had a low mood most of the time, but low mood wasn't my my biggest one. Depression, I did have depression. Crying spells. My crying spells came towards the end. So, yeah, I did have crying spells. Concerned about their sleep, staying in bed. I was concerned about a lot of things. So, just like right after I had her, her hair was big. I couldn't push it out. So the doctor had to cut me. I forgot what it was called. I think it begins with an E. I'll put the term up here. But he had to cut me a little, and then I pushed her out. Then he stitched me back up. So those stitches were supposed to be dissolvable stitches, which means they was just supposed to dissolve and you wasn't supposed to see them. So I would sleep with a towel under me while I was in the bed and stuff, just laying around watching TV and stuff, because I was still bleeding. And this was like a week or two after I had her. I was still bleeding. And when it got close to my 6 weeks, I was still bleeding. And then one day I looked down at the towel and my stitches had came out. So I told someone, like, hey y'all, my stitches came out. I need to go to the doctor. And so went to the doctor, and the doctor he was an old school doctor. How I know he was old school? Because now that I think about it, he didn't even talk to me about postpartum depression after I came back for my appointments and stuff. Like, I didn't talk about it. We didn't talk about it. And when I was doing my research, I saw that most people actually had conversations with their doctors about it, but I didn't. But yeah, he said that he wasn't going to stitch me back up, y'all. I was like, doctor, I ain't gonna say his name. Doctor, my stitches came out. I thought they were supposed to be dissolvable. Why do I see them on this towel? And he looked down there. He was like, well, yeah, they did come out, but you know, I'm not going to put them back in. Just go old school and just heal longer. So it took me longer than normal to even heal. So I was sitting in the bed longer than I even wanted to. That was depressing. That made me depressed. Like, the people who I told, who my stitches came out, I tried to tell them. They was telling me, oh yeah, they supposed to. No, they're not. No, they're not. No. People not listening to me. People, that was depressing. I told you my stitches came out and you telling me ain't nothing wrong with me. Don't ever let nobody tell. Let me tell y'all something. Don't let nobody, and I got this written down right here. Trust yourself. You can see it. Can y'all see it? Where it's like, trust yourself. Trust your instinct. If you know something is wrong, something is wrong. Trust yourself. That's the most important thing here in this depression. Trust yourself. Okay? Everything around me at that moment, at that time, I was just having mood swings. Everybody was just making me mad. I wanted people over, but I didn't want people over. Like, I was going through something that I did not know that I was going through, and it was just so irritating because I was like, what is wrong with me? I wasn't like this before I had her. It's like after I had her, it was like a whole turn, like just mood swings went on 10, depression went on 10. What else I had? Anxiety? Oh no, that went on 10. Let's see, constantly thinking about your baby. Y'all, I will go to sleep. Okay, I'll get her sleep. I'll get her to sleep at night. I put her in her crib because I was practicing, just let her sleep in her own, crib, and, we had a bed to ourselves type thing. And I put her in the bed, and in the middle of the night, I would get up. I used to do this when she first started sleeping by herself. I did it when she was sleeping in our room too, but she was sleeping in her bassinet at the end of the bed. I'll just get up out my sleep and just go watch her. Not watch her. Watch her like as in, I just used to watch her sleep sometimes, guys. I'm just going to put it like that. I couldn't figure out why I kept getting up. And then she was sleeping right here where it says, constantly thinking about your baby may be hurt. She kept sleeping. Like, Soraya sleeps wild. I didn't know that at first. And so she'd be in a crib like this, and her head be over here, her legs be way behind her head. I'm like, oh my God, something wrong with my baby. So when it was time for us to go and talk to her doctor, I had in my phone, I had an iPhone, and in my phone I had so many things to talk to the doctor about in my notepad, and it wasn't even nothing. One of the things was that she sleep like this. I'm like, is something wrong with her? Is something wrong with her head? Doctor, what's wrong with her? Is she okay? Yeah, she's fine. That's just how she sleep. Like, that's just how she sleep. To this day, Soraya sleep like that. But I thought something was wrong with her. That was my postpartum depression, guys, okay? That's what that was. Like, and I was thinking something was wrong with me for thinking that something was wrong with her. Yeah, something was wrong with me. I wouldn't say my case was severe because I didn't think about killing myself. Nor did I think about killing her. So I'd say mine was medium. I'd say mine was medium, but one symptom that I actually do not have written down. One symptom I did have was I felt like, I do have this right now. I do have this written down. Yeah, fear that you are not a good mother. I did feel, I was afraid that I wouldn't be a good mother to her because I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. I didn't know. So I have thoughts, y'all. I would have, like, this is what I be thinking, that my sister was going to have to take care of my baby for me. Like, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to have to, give Soraya up for adoption, and I was going to give her to my sister. That's why I used to think all the time. Like, my sister was really the only one who I can actually talk to at that time. Like, she didn't really understand what I was going through because she wasn't a mom. Now she's a mom. But she really didn't understand the postpartum depression stuff. I didn't even know what it was at first until after the fact. And I was like, oh, that's what that was. Don't get mad at people in your life if they are not there for you at that moment. They don't know how to be there. So, but yeah, I did used to think, I'm like, I can't take care of my baby. I can't raise her. I'm going to have to give her up for an adoption. I'm going to let my sister adopt her. I promise. I promise y'all, I thought about letting my sister adopt Soraya. But that was just my head. That was just me being in a depressive state. And I'm not there anymore. I can honestly say I am not there anymore. And it took me a minute to do this video because I came a long way. I came a long way and I was scared I would start crying. I don't want to start crying. But I done came a long way. And I'm glad. Okay, so I'm glad that I got over it. I'm glad that I figured it out. I don't remember. I think when I moved back in with my mom, I found a box of all my work from college. Not all of it, but some of it from college. And I found my postpartum depression notes, like my pregnancy notes. I found my notes. And that's how I figured it out. I figured it out when Soraya was like 1.5, or just turned 1. Like, that's when I figured it out. When she was like 1 or 1.5. And I was like, that's what that is. Okay, you gotta get it together. No, ma'am, you gotta get it together. Get it together. So basically, to sum up my story, basically, I was depressed during my pregnancy. So after my pregnancy, it just skyrocketed. I didn't know what it was at first. After I found out what it was, I got it together. Okay? So like I said, trust yourself. Trust your instinct. Like, guys, after you figure out what it is, after you watch this video and you figure out that that's what it is, it's either postpartum or the blues. Blues is similar to postpartum, but it doesn't last as long. I didn't have that, so I really don't have much information on that. But yeah, it's time waits on no one. Okay? So after you watch this video and you figure out what's wrong with you, get it together. Get it together. After I figured out what was wrong with me, guess what I did? I got it together. It's harder than, it's easier said than done, true enough, but it's doable. You can do it. Anyone can do it. After you watch this video, if you have some of these symptoms, I'm gonna stop right here and go ahead and do this. If you feel like, if your symptoms are severe enough to where you feel like you want to hurt yourself or your kids or someone you love or someone around you, National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-TALK. And the numbers for TALK is 8255. Okay? Suicide Prevention Lifeline.org/chat. Talk to someone. If you don't have anyone in your family or anyone close to you for you to talk to, call that number. Go to that site. I'm going to put it up here somewhere, right here somewhere, down here somewhere, because I want y'all to get it together. Get it together now. Why? Because our kids need us. Who has to take care of these kids? We do. The parents do. This for the moms and for the dads. Get it together. Dads, if you have some of these symptoms and you feel like you have postpartum depression, any type of depression, recognize that that's the first step. Recognize what's wrong. Recognize that something is wrong with you. Okay? Now, these are some tips I'm giving. I ain't even tell y'all where the tips were coming, but these are some tips. Get it together. If you feel like you want to hurt yourself or hurt someone, like I said, call that number or go to their website if you don't have nobody else to talk to. Talk to someone, y'all. Don't hold this in. Don't hold this in. Y'all see, it took me a long time to do this video because I didn't want to cry. But oh well, it's done. I'm proud of where I am. I'm proud. I'm very proud. And I want to help someone. I want to help anybody. If y'all need to help, if y'all want to talk, inbox me, email me, write me, DM me. Let's talk. Let's talk. We can talk about it. Let's talk about it. But I want you guys to recognize what's wrong first. That's the first thing. Recognizing what's wrong. Recognizing what's wrong. That's the first thing. Like, you can't do nothing else until you recognize what's wrong. Okay? Trust yourself. Trust your instinct. Time waits on no one. Okay? So go ahead and get it together now. Now. Resources on getting better, resources on trying to figure out what's wrong with you. You have support groups. You may have support groups within your community. You may have support groups at your church. You may have support groups at schools, at colleges, support groups. Facebook support groups. You may have some mom groups on Facebook, postpartum group. Like, find you some groups. I didn't do this. I should have. I wouldn't even get on Facebook when I was, but not like that. But I should have found me some groups. I should have found me other women who was just like me. There's nothing wrong with your family and friends not knowing what's wrong with you. Okay? Because 9 times out of 10, when they had it, they probably know what's wrong with them either. They just thought they were just going through a little phase or something. No. When you realize what's wrong with you, get better, get it together. Time waits on no one. Do you hear me? I have wasted so much time. I've wasted time. But guess what? It's okay. I'm here now. And I know what I want to do now. I know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it for me and my child. Okay? So there's a light. There's a light in that tunnel. At the end of that tunnel, there's a light. Okay? It's going to get better. But the first step is what, y'all? Recognizing it. Recognize that something is wrong. Do not be in denial that something is wrong. No. Do not let no one tell you that nothing is wrong. No. No. Do not let no one tell you that nothing is wrong with you. If you feel, trust your instinct. Trust yourself. Know yourself. If you feel that something is wrong, talk to somebody who you know that's going to listen to you. Talk to someone who you know who's not going to go around spreading your business to everybody. Talk to people close to you. Try to talk about it, because the more you hold it in, the worse it gets. It's not going to get better unless you let it out. Let it up and let it out. Talk about it. Say it. Go in the bathroom. Close the door. Or while the kids sleep or something. And talk. Talk to yourself. Talk to God. Talk about it. Hear what's wrong with it. When you speak the words and you listen, then that's when you're going to start going about making the proper steps to get better. That's when you're going to figure out, okay, is this mild? Is this medium? Is this severe? If I feel like I need to kill myself, do I need to go to a facility? Do I need to call this number? What do I need to do? Do I need to go to my mom? Go to my dad? Talk to someone? Talk to somebody. Let it out. I'm telling you. Black community does not believe in counseling. I don't know why, because that's what I want to do. I want to get my master's in this, okay? So that's what I want to do. I want to be either a counselor, therapist, or something like that. That's what I want to do. Do not tell people that counselors are not needed. They are needed. You probably needed it. But you telling this person that no. Counselors are needed. It might not be needed for you, but it's needed for someone. Okay? Don't tell nobody that they don't need no counselor. Just because you didn't need a counselor, that don't mean that they not gonna need a counselor. Let people go about handling stuff. Everybody go through stuff differently. Okay? Let people go through stuff differently. Let people go through it. Let them handle stuff. I had wrote something down one time because I was watching I gotta find it now. Cause I was watching If Loving You Was Wrong, and Kelly. Oh yeah, Kelly said something so good to Alex. I don't know if it was Kelly. She said something. She was talking to Esperanza, whatever her name is. She was talking to her about what's Randall wife name? Not Alex. Marcy. She was talking to her about Marcy. And she said everybody have to go through stuff differently. Everybody have to go through stuff on their own. They have to go through stuff. What did she say? I sure wrote down. I said, I'm gonna say it in my video. I don't even know where it is. I wrote it down somewhere on one of these papers. Oh, here you go. She said you have to get through it in your own way, which is so true. You have to get through it in your own way. Do not let no one tell you there's nothing wrong with you. If you know there's something wrong with you, figure out how you can go about getting better. Okay? Everyone is different. If you feel like you need a counselor, go see a counselor. If you feel like you don't need a counselor, you feel like you're getting better without it, just want to talk to God about it, it's cool. Because I didn't see a counselor, and I'm better. But mine wasn't severe. Mine wasn't severe to where I felt like I didn't need one, but I'm better. I have actually seen a counselor before when I was in college, during this depression I had. Like I said, I have experience with depression. So in college, I went to see a counselor, and she helped me out a lot. She really did. Like, something happened to me in college, and it's a whole nother video. Not talking about it right now because I'm still crying. Well, I may not. I don't know. But something happened to me in college. And so I had to go see a counselor. That lady helped me out so much, y'all. I still remember what she was saying to this day. I think that's why I didn't go see a counselor after I found out, is because I remember what she taught me. So I started doing what I remember her say. I started doing what I remember my old counselor telling me to do a long time ago, and it started working. So that's why I didn't go to a counselor. But if you guys feel like you need to go to a counselor, go to a counselor. Okay? If you feel like you need to roll around in the grass, go roll around in that grass. Whatever you need to do to get better, do it. It does not matter what nobody else say. So what? As long as you get better, do it. Okay? This video was so long. I knew it was gonna be long. That's why I'm gonna have to do some more videos along with this one. But my next video probably would be about signs or tips for. I think I want to do a video on how to help people with postpartum depression, or how to recognize the I don't know yet, like how to recognize the symptoms in someone, or how to help someone with postpartum, basically how to be there for them. Because a lot of people, that's what that is. Like, it's okay. They don't know how to be there. They probably going through their own thing too. Like, you never know. They probably was going through the same thing, just like you. So, I'm gonna wrap this video up because I see it's very long. Oh, it's long. But thank you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned for more. I'm gonna add this video to my Peace of Mind series, because that's the journey that I'm walking on. I'm walking on a peace of mind journey, okay? So I'm going to have a peace of mind series on this page. I will link some other videos that are in my peace of mind series that I want you guys to watch. Comment, like, and subscribe. Tell me how I did, because it's only up from here. Okay, I'm back and I am better. Do y'all hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? So, you, right there, you. I want you to share this video with one person. One person who may have had a baby recently. One person who may have had a miscarriage. I want you to share this video. Share it and inspire someone, because you never know who may be going through battles alone. You never know who may be going through stuff by themselves. So I want you to share this video with just one person. Just one person with a child, a man with a child. Share it. And I want to let you guys know that I am here for you guys. Okay? Just know that Girl with the Plan is here. I'm here to listen to you talk. I'm here to listen to you vent. I'm here to give you advice based on my experience, because I'm not a what, you guys? I'm not a professional. Not yet, at least. That's the plan. Okay? So, let me make sure I said everything. I think I said everything I was supposed to say, because I just be talking. Trust yourself, trust your instincts. Oh, I'm a freshman in life again. After I got out of my depression, I felt like I was a freshman in life again. Like, oh my God, I had to learn how to do my hair again. I had to learn how to do my makeup. I had to learn how to, like, I was a freshman. But guess what? I haven't changed. I just had to get better. So I'm back and I'm better. Okay? Alright, y'all. So that's all I had. And so go ahead and get it together. Okay? Get it together. You. Yeah, you. Get it together. It's not gonna, I'm telling you, time is not gonna wait on you. Time did not wait on Cornisha. When Cornisha got out of her depression, I had to look around. Oh my God, I missed this. But like, what's been going on? It's like I was in like this little place, and I'm out of it now, and I'm better. I'm back and I'm better. But okay, I'm gonna go because I got some stuff to do. I may record another video. But okay, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. This video is so long. I'm gonna have to cut it short somehow, some way. But okay. See you guys in the next video. Love y'all.